Very good morning to you. I had to run off during the countdown because, can you believe it? I forgot my cup of coffee, but it's all sorted. I got one now. How is everybody today? Camila just said this is the first day which is not raining. It's a bit overcast here, but it's might rain later. But it's not raining at the moment, so I'm quite glad about that because I need to pop up to the high street later on. How's everybody? How's the weather where you are? Hopefully it's sort of drying up all over. Margaret is saying dull but dry at the moment in Grimsby. Yes, it's dull but dry here as well. So let me know how's the weather where you are. If you're new today, do please put new into the comments and let us know where you're watching from because we love meeting new people from all over the world. We have people from Australia, people from South Africa, people from New Zealand, Sweden, Denmark, all over the world really. Well, we had a lady from Hawaii before, so just really nice to meet new like-minded people, and we can welcome you to our little community here. How's everybody doing? Kieran is asking, is this Sarah? No, I'm Kitty Robinson, lovely. Sarah is the one with the brown hair. Morning, Joe. So if you don't know me, actually, Kieran, I am Kitty Robinson. I'm the creative designer of Totally Beads. I come up with me and Sarah, we come up with all the lovely designs and we make up the patterns. We teach you loads of tricks and tips and bringing you different techniques, different materials day by day here on Facebook. And we have exclusive kits for the website. We design kits for Create and Craft TV and loads of things like, I suppose I'm quite lucky because my main job description is playing with beads, and I really do love it. Right, let me very quickly say hello to you all. Janet is saying nice day here in Glasgow. If I don't get to say hi to everybody, if I miss somebody, please don't be offended. Morning, Miranda, Judy, Helen, Lucy, Chef, Teresa, Jan, Brenda, Paula, Sheila, Pamela, Sue, Lucy. Oh, Lucy's saying, wow, just seen the bundles on the website. I want them all. So I got something I'm going to show you just in a minute with the hematite. You have been asking for color bundles. So we have been listening and we put something together, and they're going to be really good to make without your hairbands to pull your hair back a little bit because I don't like the hair in my face. So I do love them. I can't find my black one. I got a black one which is always in my office. But since I had to move out of my office, I don't know which box did I put it in. But it will turn up when I put everything back in there. It will definitely turn up. So yeah, I will tell you all about the hematite. And do have a look at this hematite because Simon has given an amazing deal for us today. I'll tell you all about it in a minute. And we're going to be using it in future projects as well. Because Sarah seen it as like, oh, I like those. I want to do something with those. Morning, Rachel, Carol. Miserly Devon, she's saying, Carol. Morning, Lynn. Lynn is saying, good morning, Kitty, for a nice, bright Lytham scent ends. Hope I said hope it said it right. Yeah, maybe we need to head head over there today. Oh gosh, I can't get my words out. Good morning, Lorraine. Dee, Alison, Kieran, Camille, Margaret, Francis, Joe, Lourdes, Robin, Janet. Nice day in Glasgow, so maybe we could head up there by dinner time. We will be there. Morning, Lisa, Geraldine, Victoria, Ruth, Annie, Rachel, Seema, Tammy, Dee. New from Boston. Pauline is new from Boston. Pauline, welcome to our little beading family. We are here at 10 a.m. Every day at the moment on Facebook, giving you all tips and tricks and showing you all sorts of different techniques. Today we're going to make a really sparkly hairband to go on your head. I love hairbands, but usually what you can buy in the accessorized shops are always like, I don't like the plastic ones because these metal ones, these you can mold it a little bit around your head, because if it's too tight on the side they give me headaches. Good morning, Lamsa, Mirinda. Oh, Mirinda is from Dorset. Very welcome. So if it's the first time you're watching Mirinda, welcome to our little community. Morning, Sheila. Margarita is from Finland. Oh, how nice. Welcome to our little community here from Finland. Kieran is asking, are you different from Kitty? No, I am Kitty. It's like maybe my hair gone a little bit lighter, but I am Kitty Lovely. Sarah is the one with the brown hair, and I am Kitty, and I got my name displayed over there as well. I am one and the same. I don't think they could have me two of me. Good morning, Olumuni. They definitely broke the mold when they made me. Morning, Lourdes. Morning, Paula, Pauline. Kieran is saying, sorry, Kitty, I thought Sarah was the one who was posting. I know who you are. Oh, bless you. We've been playing around with all the settings in Ecamm over the weekend on both mine and Sarah's. So I'll have a look into it. We might have set something wrong again. Diane is from Swindon. It's very sunny there. Morgan, Margaret, Jen, like we're gonna have to get started. Olimon is saying, did you see my messages, please? Yes, I did, but I had a so busy weekend. I had late nights every single night, and last night I could have gone to bed early, but I decided to do sort out some of my plants, so I still didn't get to bed until like 11 o'clock. So I will have today, tomorrow to catch up on all my messages. Chef saying, bang goes my pensions. Oh, I'm so sorry. But they're going to be really good, I show you. Lourdes is saying, will the spider kits be back in stock soon? Yes, so we are working on it. You all loved it, and thank you so much. Christopher's over the moon. We were able to, like, you know, like they I don't know, they were so great. And as you seen yesterday in a video, it was a bit distracting for me, but he was like playing with them all the way along the video. So you really enjoyed them as well. Yes, we will. I am working on it. Try to get we are out of the webs, so maybe we do some spider only kits. I will be in the warehouse tomorrow, so I have a look what stock we got and what we can do. But I don't even know how much bugles we have left, but I will check everything tomorrow and see if we can do a spider only kit without the web, because the web I don't think we're gonna have that for another 2 or 3 weeks. Good morning, Fran from Sweden. As she's saying, Garnia, everybody is welcoming you into the common community. Morning, Annie. Sarah saying, I want to make up project kits as Christmas girls for the girls, and they can watch your video to find out how to do this. This will be one of them. Right, Sarah, so keep watching, because we're going to do a I can't really say much. We're going to do something which is going to start on Christmas Day, and it's going to be going on for 12 days, and we're going to release a bundle on that, but don't tell anybody, a bundle on the website where you'll be able to buy all 12 kits, like little mini kits. They're not going to be big makes, they're all going to be like little max half an hour makes, what you can do every single day, and they're going to be aimed at more like beginners as well, so they will be able to do it. But they can do, your girls can, depending on how old they are, they can definitely do it. My Lucy, who's 13, she would be, even Christopher 9 would be able to do it. It's very, very easy. Just need a little bit of help with them, and they will be able to do it. Good morning, Elizabeth. Oh, hopefully we shall have some later this month. That was Molly, I think she's on the background. Can you please do a beaded dream catcher product? Yes, that's on the list as well. We are talking about that, Sarah, yesterday, that we really want to do something, but I want to find something like a little bit of fun bits and pieces in there. But yes, dream catcher is on the list. Good morning, Gwen. Jean, right, I'm going to have to jump to the bottom. Kim is saying good morning from a Jersey, St. Mr. Essex. Good morning, Linda, Rachel. I'm going to have to jump to the bottom, lovelies, because otherwise I'm never going to be able to start. Sarah saying then 9.9 and 13. I love that. I always do say that as well, that my children are, I don't know, Well, Christopher is 9.99 at the moment because his birthday is actually tomorrow, bless him. So he was like this morning when he got up, and I have to go to the TV tomorrow night. So we decided that he can have his little presents in the morning, and then we're going to celebrate at the weekend, properly celebrate it. And he was like saying this morning, do you think I got any presents? I was like, don't know. You have to wait until tomorrow to find out. Right. I am going to turn you down and show you these lovely beads. I was hoping to organize this onto my mat so I can really easily show you, but I forgot my cup of coffee this morning, so I had to run out in the Candimer time and make a cup of coffee. But I'm going to turn you down and show you this side. So I selected 4 colors so far. And we can do more colors because there is more colors available in the hematite. But I thought if we just start with 4 of my favorite colors, then we can always grow this and always do more later on. So let me just turn you down to my mat. There we go. So hematite beads. I'm going to show you them in here on my mat, and then I'm going to show you them on the website because they are great. So they should be £20, but they are £12 today, so it's a really great deal. We will be picking these from stock, so bundles from time to time can... Oh, I missed one out from the purple one. I just popped that down there. Shapes on there can change time to time, but you're gonna get strands of hematite beads between 3 and 6 millimeter. So this is sort of small mixed shapes, mixed sizes of hematite beads, and I added 4 colors onto here. Now Sarah was looking at this and she said, I can do something, and I'm just going to give you a little hint because she's going to do it later, which is going to look really good. She's going to make like a bracelet or necklace to maybe twist it, hint. Yeah, well, let me add myself to the corner because I keep forgetting that we can do all these things with this technology, and then you can see me as well. So I added a blue one. I added a purple one because I use this color all the time. Now, because even though this is purple, it's got this really lovely blue shine on them, and you can use it with blue beads as well. So quite often I use the blue and the purple together because I think they go quite nicely as well. And you can use crystals or like loads of different bits of pieces with it. Then I added the green because the purple and the blue is definitely my colors. I got quite a few strands of hematite in these 2 colors in my cupboard. But then I added sort of, these are Sarah's colors because we're all different. So she would go for the green and the gold. So in every single bundle, you're going to have 8 strands of hematite from 3 to 6 millimeter different shapes. So for example, in this one, I have a cube, I have 3 millimeter round, 4 millimeter, 6 millimeter round. I have a rice shape. This is a really lovely shape as well. You can use these as spacer beads, drums you have, and these rondas definitely perfect to use as spacer beads in your designs. They're just really great. And some of them, all you need is just add a bit of crystal or add a pearl or add like even a seed bead between it, and you got a really nice texture and the really nice beads there. So the green again, and I added the gold because I thought then again you could use those together. Oh, Lucy's saying, oh dear, I don't know which one to get. Oh, Jenny's saying I don't get paid until next week. I think someone's gonna leave the offer on for a few days. I'm sure about that. It's like Hallie's saying, I know, it's like choosing your favorite child. Yes, and you're not supposed to have favorites. So yeah, so this is the green and the gold, and then I added these ones, so they sort of kind of can go together as well. So that was my sort of reasoning behind my madness when I was picking them yesterday, because I easily quite could have picked loads and loads of different colors. Right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you this on the website very quickly. I'm going on to here. So if you've been on our website, most of you probably have been on our website. Facebook tutorial, the fourth one down on the bottom, or if you go on the home page, they actually added the button right here. If you go on there, it takes you to the same place. Now, if you go down, you can see all the different videos we did. Spooky Spiders yesterday, Acorns Bracelet the day before, Warehouse Store the day before that. We were down the findings out. I'm going to go into today's. Here, we added the crystal cubes. They're usually £25. So the crystal cubes is what on my hairband right now. And I'll show you some samples. There you get 10 strands of random colors. They're usually £25 and £16.99 today. So they are really great one to get as well. And then here are the brand new hematite ones what I made up. So you got your blue, gold, green and purple. And it's 8 strand. I think pretty much I picked the same strands apart from, I think in a purple, I had to do one differently from the others, the purple and the blue. But pretty much try to pick the same shapes and same sizes. But as I said, what's available in stock, we'll pick it from stock. Then going down, you're going to need your wire, 0.4mm wire in all sorts of different colors you can add on there. It's entirely up to you. So I'll show you what you can do. You can cover your hairband. They also called tiara bands, but they're quite nice and multi-usable, I guess. So you could use any color of wire. And let's go back to our main camera. Here we go. Right, so down on there, I'm gonna just pop these to the side, and then we're gonna get started making. So which one shall we do? I really fancy doing one of these hematites. This tube would look nice as well, but again, you can mix different beads because you can do different effects. But let me just show you a couple of the finished samples. I think I'm going to go for a blue one. I'm going to do a blue because I wear a lot of jeans, but then I could do a gold one as well. Oh, decisions is the hardest to decide what color you're gonna make. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to turn you up just like that so I can show you these ones. So the crystal cube ones, they are. These are the ones where you can get them in mixes, really, really sparkly. I just got a pink, a champagne color, clear AB, and a silver one here. Really nice and easy one to make. You would add all the same crystals. I will show you the technique. Will be exactly the same as we do for the hematite. You can add a little bit more texture because I had a little bit more fun with this one. Though I added, as you can see, instead of just adding one cube at the top in some of the rows, I added 3 on there. So just build up a little bit more of a pattern, a little bit more of beads there. But you can do it with bicones, and I think the bicones are still on offer today, the premium bicones on the website. So these are just bicones. Again, you string it all on your wire and are adding 2 at a time as you go on the top. So this looks quite nice and full as well. Now, these tiara bands or hair bands do come in different sizes. So depending on how wide you want to do them, we got 3 different sizes in stock. So you got 4mm, 6mm and 8mm. So decide which one you would want to make, and you could use any of those, you know, depending on what beads you're going to be using. Because if you just want to use the 4mm cubes, then I would use the 4mm band. If you want to do the double bicones, then I would use the 6mm. And then if you want to go with something even wider, then you can use the widest one. They're all really great. Right, I'm gonna make something in blue because I do wear a lot of blues. So I'm gonna pop you down. Uh, Lucy's saying I couldn't choose, so I got them all. Oh, bless you. Lucy's saying, Lucy, correct, I might have the same problem. Like, that's like me as well, because when I go and do something, I just like, when I went to the IKEA the other week and I was buying some plants, I came home a big tray of them because I couldn't choose which one I like, couldn't choose which one I like the best. So that's exactly the me. Lucy's saying she can't resist the barking. So most of these strands are £2.50 each, and I think we got a couple of them which is like £3.50 in the kit as well. So they are really good value. Right, which shape shall we like? Which shape do you want me to do? And we're gonna load that one on. So we got the cubes. We got these lovely rice shape. I think this one is going to be too small, so I'm going to put the 3mm to the side, but only if I doubled it up it would be the right amount. I just want to use it singly. The tubes, they would be good as well. They would sit really nice and flat. The drums, they would work as well, 4mm. I don't know if I actually fancy rounds on there, or we could do like start small one, a small round, and then a 4mm, and then a 6mm in the middle, and then work our way down as well. That would work as well. So if you want to shape something like that, I would probably start not right in the middle, but then I want to start my big one so I can make sure I got both of them the same, both sides is going to be the same length. So I think, what do you think? Pauline's asking, can you explain the band sizes? So I just did that. You've seen the there's 4, 6, and 8mm in width, and depending on what you want to do them, or what you want to what beads you want to add on them, that's you can use all sorts of different sizes. Right, so which size shall we? Could you do in blue crystal with hematite? Of course you can. I want them all. The blues are lovely. Good morning from a sunny cubes. Need a rainbow bundle. Oh yes. I keep hitting the wrong button and throwing myself out. Janie's saying don't throw yourself out. But I really like Debbie's thinking that I could do it with a blue crystal. So because I've moved around, where did I put my, just, is the hematite not too heavy for a hairband? No, not at all. You're just trying to create a lovely little, they not having, they definitely are this size, they're not going to be heavier than glass beads. Right, I'm just going to grab some 4mm bicone beads, because I know, yay, this is a first for me. I actually found them. I was looking for all sorts of things yesterday and I couldn't find them, and I just looked on the shelf and they were my crystals. So we got this lovely navy blue one. These are the premium bicones, so we could use the bicones in with them as well, or we could use a lighter color. Oh damn, but I could use purple with it as well. Diane is asking if I show the crystal cube, please. I will pick them up just in a sec. I think the lighter one will go nicely with it. So, and in that if you do the lighter one, I think I'm going to use the wider band. So I will have more than one bead on the top. Yes, we're going to do that. So I'm going to pop these back in a bag and pop it to the side. The other day when I had one of these bags open, and the minute we were going live, I sort of pinged the bag and the beads went everywhere. Right, so we're going to do these lighter ones. But before I do that, let me just quickly show you the crystal bundle. So again, the crystal bundle, we just pick it from stock. So colors can vary, but you get 2, 4, 6, 9. Where is this one hiding? 10, there we go. You get 10 strands of crystals. How sparkly they are. They are really, really great. They all about 16 inches in length. So you get a lot of them. I think you get about 100 crystals on there, approximately per strand. So you got the 1,000 crystals to play with. Again, they are really great as spacer beads. You can use them just on their own in designs. You can use them in weaving. You can use them in a lot of things. I absolutely love crystal cubes because and I show you which one's going to show up. No, I want to focus on this. Let's move my hand behind it. Come on, camera. Let's keep trying to focus in what's behind. So let's just, I really want to show what's the difference in the cutting. I'm just going to move my mat out, and then hopefully the camera will focus on this, what's at the top. Can we see? Come up, and I want you to keep on focusing this. So the crystal cubes do have little facets on them. Why are you doing this to me? Right, that's it. So have little facets on them as well on the side, so they look really, really sparkly as you use them. The hematite cubes, on the other hand, they are quite nice and flat and just like a cube. They work just like a cube, so they're just like a, I guess like a dice. So they just got 6 sides, and every single side is flat. And the crystal, if I put them next to each other, you can hopefully, let's get all of these out of the way and see. Is it gonna focus on? Come on, camera. We're gonna focus on this. Let me wipe the bottom of my phone, because sometimes you get a little dust, a little speckle on the camera lens, and then it's gonna stop you from focusing. Is that any better? Gonna be better? Oh, never mind. I'll pop a proper picture up later. So we're gonna be using the crystal 4mm crystal bicones, and we're going to be using one of the hematite ones here. So it's going to actually, if I do bicone and something in the middle, one line in the middle, I might even go back down and use this 3mm, because I just want, or shall we use 4mm? Now let's do the 3mm. And then we can do a quite nice, so 4 plus 4 plus 3 is 11, so the widest one is probably gonna be my best bet to use. Yes, so I'm gonna do it on this one. Now, you can cover your hairbands here with a material. I did have some ribbons, but I put them in a very safe place. So bear with me. Right, you're gonna take your wire. I'm gonna use a silver wire, although you could use any colors you like. I'm gonna use a silver one to just grab that pliers. Let's get scissors. I'm sorry, we are moving bits about, and I just need to grab my pliers. 1 second. Because we only just moved over my stuff from the office here to the dining room. Things I haven't got placed yet, and we were using these pliers the other day in the kitchen. We were making up the spiders with Sarah. Right, so prep. All you have to do is to string on all your beads first. You can do it as you go along, but I find it easier if I preload it. Then I can just sit down, even in front of the TV. I can watch a program or do anything, and then do my So the pattern I'm going to put on is going to be one crystal, one hematite, and another crystal. So that's going to be one width, and I can check the width. So if I hold this in front of it, that's how it's going to be good, because it's about the right size. So we're going to have a little pattern going on. So you need to add this on and string it all the way down. I'm going to add a few, and then I'm going to show you how to wrap it on. So always make sure you got one section. So if you do a pattern, make sure that that's going to be exactly the same all the way around, because you want, when you pre-string something, like you pre-string this as well, you can't change it afterwards without taking all the beads off. So it's really important, like, you know, when we did the crocheting, you had to add them in the right color pattern. Otherwise, if you were in the middle of the crocheting, you had no choice but to sort of take apart the whole thing. So make sure, stop and make sure that you have got the right pattern. So I'm just going to add a few more, and I'll show you what will be different, and then I'll show you how very quickly you can load cubes onto your wire, or if you just want to use one particular. See, I made a mistake. I'm talking and there would have been an extra crystal on there. An easier way to load your beads on if you're using all the same beads. Diane is asking questions. So these headbands fit children as well, thinking of future sales. You can shape them to a certain extent. They only produce sort of one size. There isn't many different sizes at all. But you can shape them, and that's why I like, because, well, I haven't got I don't know actually. I always like got big hands. I got a big head as well, and hats and bits of pieces what usually fit people, that don't fit me. And I have it with sunglasses, hairbands, and all sorts of stuff. It's really uncomfortable for me to wear, so I can shape these bands because they are made of metal. So the same way as you're making them bigger, you can make them smaller as well to a certain degree. They are tempered, so they will try to stay the same shape. So you can't just unbend it, and it's not gonna, once you unbend it, it's not gonna stay out like that, because they will try to go back to the same shape. But I can go in and nicely sort of just shape it a little bit, and you see like how big is the gap at the end. And if I start shaping it, and just all I'm doing is just flexing it with my hand, just like that. So I go down to one end and I'm going back to the other end. Just sort of, I'm going to do this probably 2 or 3 times. Little flexes. I don't want a big one, because I don't want somewhere along the line sort of distort the shape. But you can see, like, I made it bigger just by doing that. So if you want to make it smaller, then you will do the opposite, and you will be pulling the ends into each other. I need to make it bigger so I don't have, sometimes even from glasses, if I wear glasses, I get a headache because it's so tight on the sides. So I like this. Right, so this, I think it's going to be enough, so I can show you the technique, and I show you how quickly and easily you can add on if using the same beads all the way. So we have got, imagine you have a strung, I always like to string more on what I need, because you can add more to it later on, but it's just easier that if you have all of them. Robin's asking, newbie question, how would I load the beads so that I could get a popcorn jewelry look? We have had a popcorn jewelry tutorial, so if you look back on our website, Molly, do let me know, or do pop in the comments that when did we did it. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Teresa's saying stop, wrong pattern. I think I did correct myself there. I did realize it, but I do it so many so many times. I hope I'm not missing any of your comments. Are the crystals on your website? Yes, so on the top of the page there is a link to the crystals. Right, so this is, if you want to do a patterned one, this is how you need to load them up and you make the right pattern. So you, each one of the front, I'm going to have a crystal, and I'm going to put this to the side because I'm going to finish this later on, but I want to show you how to add quickly to your wire. So I'm going to take another shape, and I'm going to take the hematite cube because I love the cubes as well. I'm going to take a different wire. I'm going to take another silver one again. So if you're using the same beads, that most of these beads, the crystals, these hematites, they come on a strand. So if I know I'm going to use the cubes all the way down, what I need to do is not to take the cubes off the strand. So I'm going to take my wire, I'm going to just sort of straighten it out a little bit, run my hand over it. And then instead of cutting this strand off, I'm going to pull that knot to the side, and you can see that the hole, it doesn't really pick it up that well. If I shine the light on it, you can. So the hole is not filled all the way with the material we have on there. And instead of cutting it off, I'm going through with my wire, and I picked up like 8 of them at the same time. Once I have picked up 8 or so of them, you could go down all the way the whole length of the strand, but I find it easier to, once I have got about 8 of them, to cut the end off, pull the strand through. These stay on my wire, but now I'm a little bit more flexible how I can hold this. So again, I'm going to go in, I'm going to hold this end where my material, or sometimes these are on a like a fishing like sort of material, but I would do exactly the same as well with that. So I'm going to go back down, and I'm going to, again, I'm just wiggling. So you might need to pull it backwards and forwards a little bit to do that little bit of motion. And I move this up and down with my hand. So I know that I'm moving down through all of those beads, and very quickly and easily I can add a whole strand of beads on here within minutes. Another way to do it, and I'm going to turn the camera to do that for you. So if you find it difficult to move your hand up and down, another way you can do this is hold your string hanging down, because then all of the holes are sitting on top of each other. Take your wire, turn it upside down, and all you're going to do, you're going to do the same motion, but here you're just going to go from the top and you're going to feed it all the way down as much as you can. I find it I got less control this way, but I'm used to do it. And I'm just turning it around. I'm finding the end of my wire. There we go. And pulling all of those through onto my wire. And very quickly we can have, I'm going to add a few more. You need about 3/4 of a strand for one of these lovely hairbands. So very quickly, I'm going to just add a few more in here so we can get started, and I'll show you how to wrap it with a pattern or just with a single cubes themselves. You can also line the two ends up and just pull the beads from one end to another. Keep it quite loosely, whichever works the better for you. I'll show you this motion this way down on the mat as well. So you could do it this way, lining the ends up and just pulling the beads over. I sort of twist them a little bit, wiggle them so that they just go from one strand straight onto my wire. If I were taking these beads off my strand, I would have to pick each one of them up individually, and here I am just moving them onto one to another much quicker. Makes cuts down your jewelry making time by, I don't know, tenfold maybe, if you had to pick them up each individual ones. So add all your beads onto your wire, whichever, if you're going to use a pattern or if you're just going to use a single one, and we're going to wrap it afterwards. So as I said, if you have got a ribbon, you can make these hairbands into different colors. I unfortunately packed my ribbons away, but with the ribbon, you would add a tiny bit of glue on the end of it and just wrap it all the way around the hairband itself. You would do that before you add the beads and glue the other end again, just sort of wrap it around in an angle. So you would have to start in an angle and just wrap it and wrap it and wrap it. So you have that adds a lovely color, a lovely base color to your hairband. So you could do, you know, if you're using like dark pink beads, you could have a nice pink, light pink ribbon on it, or sort of anything, anything you like. Right, actually I've added almost the whole string on here, and I'm sure I'm not even gonna need that much. So I'm gonna stop right here. I got about 10 beads left, but we're not gonna need that one. So when I do the hair bands, oh, actually I do have one with a ribbon here. This one I added a ribbon underneath it. It's nothing very special. It's just like a silky sort of ribbon, and as you can see, you start on an angle. So I put the ribbon on that way at the end. I glued the end down, and then I wrapped it all the way around, so creating that, turning that metal look into this beigey look. Have I got another one? I know my black one, I wrapped the ribbon on it as well because I wanted really, really black. This was a, again, the same ribbon but silver, and just wrapped it all the way around. Now I do have, I don't where these disappeared as well, but you could always add a little bit of material. This is, this was a hollow tube I had for some sort of sewing. It was elastic. I can't even remember what I got it for, but I just stuck it to the end of it. So just creating even that more comfortable feeling right at the end of your, but you don't need to, even without it, it's gonna be nice and comfortable to wear it. But I just like to, you know, just do a little bit of extra, just I add it to the end of it. So you don't, your head is not actually, have any contact with the metal itself, so it's nice. And if you've got any metal allergies or anything like that, it's nice and easy. And right, so I'm going to show you the cube one first, and then I'll show you how to do the pattern ones, but it will be the same technique. So decide how long do you want to take the cubes around. I like to leave the last little bit free of anything or any beads, and that's actually going sort of almost behind your ears, so you don't really, and your ears are sitting, my ears would be sitting on the top here. So I don't really like to add beads here because I don't want that it's not really an uncomfortable feeling, but I don't want anything, I guess, behind, like beads behind my ear. So I like to start a little bit further up. So I'm going to start, maybe leave about 1.5 inches. Now, it doesn't matter if you're going to plait this way or if you start on the other side, not plait, twist. If you're going to twist this way, or if you're going to twist that way, whatever is more comfortable for you to hold. And we're going to secure the end on. Now, I'm just going to take the end and wrap it around. You make sure that first few wraps are really nice and tight together because they will be visible. So I'll usually just wrap it around about 3 times, leave about 1 inch or so gap, because as we're wrapping our beads all the way around, what's going to happen is if you make a mistake, or if you get all the way, like you start here, you get all the way to the other side, and then you run out of beads here. And I'm meaning run out, not just like there's not enough beads on your strand, but you run out of that type of beads altogether. Then we can go back, release this end because we only wrapped it 3 times, and nicely and gently pull the beads so they will be nicely in the middle. So just a little bit of troubleshooting there. Accessories have little pads that can be glued onto the ends to make them more comfortable to wear. And they're saying, Minnie's asking question, will ribbon work on plastic head headbands, and if it pull beads on plastic headband. I haven't tried plastic at all because we only have these tiara bands, so I'm not really sure. You could try. Lucy had some actually, but probably she got rid of it now. She's 13, she's too big for like little plastic hairbands. Right, so I got my end. I wrapped it on there. As you can see, this is not fully tightened on there. We're going to come back with our pliers later on and make that nice and solid, so it still can be moving up and down. Then I'm going to take just one bead. I'm going to bring this bead down. Now you're going to start wrapping it. So if you look at your headbands, this is what really people are going to see from the front. So you don't want these beads sit right straight, because all they're going to do, they're going to just be seeing through the whole of your beads. So you want to wrap it in sort of an angle. And then I usually do like a 45 degree angle. And I'm just going to take that there, and I'm going to bring the wire around just like that and pull it nice and tight. So that bead just going to sit there. Come on, camera, I think I'm too close to it. Let's move this camera just a tiny bit up. Can I move you up a little bit? And I'm going to bring up the next one. And I'm going to do exactly the same angle with that one as well. So you can watch it from the top, or you can watch it from the sides. Let me just turn this light up a little bit, because maybe that's what the camera is not liking. Down, up, 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 up. So probably I'm going to have too much light on me and my head is going to be white, but never mind. Hopefully we will have the camera focusing better. So second one. Again, I'm just going to wrap it around. So when I wrap it around, I just take the wire inside, pulling this nice and tight. Now you can see those cubes are going to sit side by side. Sorry if it's not focusing very well. Side by side. Let's get rid of these beads, because maybe they the one who the camera is trying to focus on constantly. I don't even know where my little white trays are, so there's no distraction behind it. Pull those out of the way. So would that be better? Okay, one more thing we're going to try is to put this one on. I usually use a nice white material on my table, but because I just used the bead mat this morning, so if I put this on there, will it focus on better? Was it because of the bead mat? No. Sorry, I tried, I'm trying. Right, so I'm just going to keep bringing my beads up. Each time I'm going to bring one bead up. I like to sort of load up the beads and have them just in my hand, and I'm just going along and pulling it around each time, pulling it nice and tight. When I come from underneath, I usually push that wire flat with my hands to my band, and then I bringing the next one again, pulling that one nice and tight, and so on. I'm going to change the camera angle. I'm going to come here so I can show you the motion here as well, and hopefully we will see it better. Let me just bring some of these beads up, because it very quickly only takes probably about 5 minutes to wrap it all the way around. And just keep going and dropping one bead at a time, and keep wrapping around. You have to find what's the most comfortable for you, I guess. And I keep going around. So far, do stop and check, and if you do need to twist or turn them a tiny bit, do that before you add too many on there, and then carry on, keep adding your beads. Actually, how I was doing it, I didn't hook it on itself. So if you want this to sit really nicely to the front, and I'm just going to do a couple of wraps like that, and I turn you down and I show you, you need to hook the bead behind one another. This comes a little bit more sort of positioning, but I'll show you what's the difference. Right, so here I was just wrapping around, and here I'm hooking the front and the back sort of behind each other, so you see the side of the bead, and here you'll see the bottom of the bead more. Can you see that? So the hole, you can see the holes more, and if you hook them nicely and neatly behind each other, you're going to see the side of the bead more, and you're going to go all the way around. Right, let me just pop and show you the other one. That's how easy is it. If you got a pattern where you have 3 different beads, you're still gonna do exactly the same. And this is the wider one now. I'm gonna pop this on here. I like to sort of take maybe about 4 inches, because it's a little bit wider, you're gonna need to take a little bit more. Again, I'm just gonna wrap the end around, and I'm just going to leave that there if I need any more later on. And this time we're going to bring up 3 beads at the same time, and we're going to wrap them. So bringing up 3 at the same time and wrap them. Now here I'm not too worried about adding them sort of to the side, because the bicones, the holes on the bicones are turning down towards my hairband there, so you won't see them that much. And just creating that lovely little pattern going all the way up with a little hematite in the middle and the bicones on either side. It depends what I suppose you want to create. If you want to create something which is a little bit more sparkly, use more crystals. Something a little bit more subtle, just use the hematite. But definitely hairbands is not just for children. I love them too. And I go all the way along. So you're creating a lovely, I don't know what's going on with this camera today, a lovely little pattern. So if I hold this up here, hopefully we'll focus on there. Lovely little pattern all the way through. So has anybody got any questions about that? See, it's really, really easy. I'm gonna go back to the cubes and quickly go around there before you quickly make them, so I can show you how to finish them off. Very, very quickly adding all those beads. I love them because it's something, again, what you can make, and you can make them for, you know, children, grandchildren, just something a little bit more special. You can make it together because they could help you adding the beads on the wire. They could help you to do a lot of the work, I guess. So this is not well, I'm just wrapping it around. I'm not really, I want to get it done quick as I can to get to the other side, so I can show you how to finish it off and how to slide your beads up if you need to slide them up. So they're probably not going to be my perfect wrapping, but hey ho, it's going to do for today. So if I do this, I usually add on maybe 2 or 3 different things on my wire. Then I can sort of go and curl up on the sofa, watch a movie with the kids, and do this at the same time, or take it with me if I go somewhere. So I got sort of more than a third way through, almost halfway through there. Just letting more beads down. And just keep on wrapping them. So Sarah's seen these not just the cubes, these hematite beads, and she was like, oh, I really want to do something with that. So there's something else will be coming up as well soon. And as you can see, I'm just letting to drop one bead down and just taking it all the way around. And with these two fingers, I'm sort of adjusting the direction how I want that cube to sit. Taking it, I'm halfway now, so it comes together pretty quickly, just like that. Sometimes with programs like this, it takes you. Lourdes is asking, do they stay in your hair? Well, they do, depending on you. As I showed you earlier, you can make them bigger or you can make them smaller. So you sort of bend them to your own size. If you do want, you can always wire wrap like a little cone on them, and we do have I should have bought some of those home, but when I get some on my hand, I will pop a picture up. You can wire up like a little cone to the back of it, because you do have them made in wire if you wanted added security, or well, depending what you do. So if you, at the moment, you're not really allowed to go out to concerts and all that, but if you want to go dancing or something like that, you want perhaps secure down a little bit more, so you might want to add a little, but as my one stays in there as well, moving my head backwards and forwards, so it just sits there nicely. I'm almost all the way around. Why is this not? Oh, Jane is saying you've been taking far too long, it's boring. I'm really sorry, Jane. If you wait and watch it on catch up, you can always fast forward to the bits you want to see, lovely. You don't have to watch it live, because all of these videos will be stay on Facebook and they're going to stay on our website as well, so you can get the link from them as well, so you can go back and watch it on the recap, and then you can fast forward to the bits what you want to see. These are free Facebook lives, just sort of showing you different techniques and giving you inspiration. So I'm almost down. I'm going to add a couple more. So I still got loads of cubes left here. And I'm going to finish by wrapping just right. So just I got about the same amount, and I'm going to wrap it this without the beads. I'm just going to do 3 wraps, and I'm going to turn it right down and show you how to adjust it. So if you got to the end and you only have, like, actually here we are not quite right, because in one side we got if you run out of beads here and you got no more beads left, what you can do is you're going to unwrap this end, because I want to shift all of those beads further around. So I'm going to unwrap this, not too much, just like that. I'm going to unwrap this end as well, just to the point that I have the wire coming right under the beads, and very nice. See, but you can sort of move them up and make sure they are the same size both sides. I need to move this down a bit. You can measure it with a ruler or anything like that, and when you're happy with it, happy adjusting it, because you can go up and down, and I'm just doing little pulls, and you can see how much I can move it to the other side. So you can really move these about. I'm just going to move it quickly back in, little pulls, little pulls and tugs and pushes to get it in the right place. And if it's in a, because I think sometimes that can make something a bit more or less unprofessional when you have one side showing more than other, and then you're gonna come back and you're gonna wrap this back around. So this time I'm gonna probably go 4 or 5 or even 6 times, just like that on both sides. And this is the beauty of the wire, working with a soft gauge wire like this, that you can unbend it and bend it back in, tweak it as you go all the way along. Now, if you haven't got sort of strength in your hand, you can always take a pair of pliers, hold the end with a pair of pliers and really pull it nice and tight around. Once you are happy, I always like to work the little end on the outer edge of my, I'm just going to go around on my outer edge. So take your flat nose pliers, go in and just push those coils right down, flatten them right out, and that will secure them down. Make sure the little end is on the outer edge and not on the inner edge, so you don't get any scratchy feeling, and do the same thing on the other side as well. Just go around. We're going to have to cut this here. So I'm just going to cut it, probably about leaving about 3 millimeters there. So when I bring this around, it's just going to sit on the outer edge. Again, I'm going to flatten these right out onto the hairband, and that's it. My ends are secure. And again, you can add something to the end. I'm going to pop this on to show you. So just take this off. You're going to have, let's pop this on to show you, and it's just going to sit there really nicely. We got a nice and blue, and as you can see, my ear is sort of finishing it, and the beads are just above it, so I got no uncomfortable anything behind it, and it's going to be really nice and easy to wear. Right, so I hope you enjoyed today. Sorry if I bent a bit too long for it. Wrapping. Jenny's saying it's only wrapping and I'm bored. Something's on. I'm so sorry, Jane. I hope you're right, and there's nothing else going on in your life, and you everything is good. Tomorrow, Sarah's going to be back, and she's going to be showing you hopefully a technique what you like more, but we really try to go through all the different techniques, because don't forget, Jane, there are people here who are just brand new, started watching today, and they can't do any of the more complicated stuff. We done quite a lot of stitching last week, and that's a little bit more involved and a little bit more complicated when you have to follow a pattern. Something like this is really, really easy, but everybody has to start somewhere, and nothing, I guess, is too easy or too hard. It's just what level you are. We're not teaching rocket science here. It is beading and jewelry making, and sometimes, some days we're going to do something which is really basic and you know, quite confidently, like yesterday when we made the spiders. I made it with my son. He's 9 years old. Well, he will be 10 tomorrow, actually. We made it with Christopher, and it was quite an easy craft what he can do as well. So we're really trying to cater for everybody and have something for everybody to be able to enjoy them make along. May focus issue from Aldershan. I sorted the camera as well. For next time, I think I will get my screen cleaner and clean the lenses properly again, and restart the phone, because that might be the issue. Sometimes you just need to sit and start. Joy saying, I made these in the summer. They look brilliant. I think, you know, they're just such an easy make to do whatever you want to take it further and do a little bit of a pattern, or you just want to take a simple one. Very nice and relaxed make as well. Linda is saying zoom out the middle. I am zoomed all the way out. I can't zoom out anymore, so I'm going to change this a little bit and maybe bring the camera further up for next time. But because I just moved everything about, I'm still trying to find the perfect setup. Lourdes is asking, do they stay in your hair? Well, the one you have on seems to stay put. Yes. my issue that they usually slide off. So yes, they do. So if I move my head about, you can see they do, it does stay there. It doesn't move. But you can shape it as I showed you, very little pulls. You can shape it to be bigger, or if you do the opposite, pushing it like together, not in one place, going along and pushing it sort of different place, you can make it smaller. Got a bag full of hematite beads, really sorted. Lourdes saying, Robin is saying, Lourdes Power, not sure about this suggestion, but perhaps you could wrap 2 of the 8mm bands together with ribbon and then protect with decorating. Just a thought. I think that was what was. Yeah, they do stay in, but you could add, so at the top, I'll take a picture and I'll show you. You could wire like a little or bit of we do have them total beads. And Molly, if you're watching, can you add the little hair combs? You could actually secure a little hair comb on the back of it, which would be going toward the back of your hair, and that would like really stay, because the little teeth of the hair comb would go under your hair. Because I wear glasses, Alice, bands don't sit well. Hope you will do some tutorial on hair clasp. Yes, we got hair clasp as well. These ones are good because they're really thin. So if you look at it from that side, they're really, really nice and thin. And even if you added, so I started the beads there, you can see. So if I had a, no, I don't know. I think that my glass is in the car. But if you had the glass band on the top of this, it would be just on the beads. Can you see there? So if you make your own, this part is really, really thin. It will fit nicely underneath your spectacle arms, I think they're called. What's the part of your spectacle called? Five bags, the price of 4 on the crystals. Yes, that's right. Just missing. I don't want to miss any of. Molly's just put. Yeah, Lucy is right. 5 bags of the price of 4 on a premium bicons. Now, premium bicons we used in the little. Yes, when I was in my office, it was right on my little shelf there, but it's not here anymore. The little diamond pendant we made a couple of weeks ago. They were really nice as well. Yeah, so do check out the website, have a look. Love wearing my diamonds in my hair, Alison is saying. I love to learn a really fancy princess tiara. So very similar technique, because when you do a tiara, you will be wrapping the wire around, but you will be creating little spikes. And I have done tiaras before, and it would be really nice to sit down and do a tiara. Tiara takes much longer because you need to add the beads on as you making it, because you don't know how much spiky already you want to add your spikes. But yeah, maybe we could do one on that one. That would be really, really good. So do have a lovely day. I think that's it for me today. I'm just quickly checking that. Oh, thank you so much for all the lovely comments on the rudeness. I to be honest, guys, I don't find it rude, because I think sometimes people, when they call out something like that, the problem they have is not with me, but they have perhaps had an off day, or perhaps they have something else happened, and they take the frustration out. So I don't take it on me. So I hope everybody's all right, and I just like to make everybody happy, and everybody yeah, I always try to adjust it. If there is an issue, just adjust it straight ahead and see how we can help. But the way how Jane can help it, not watch it live, watch it when it be uploaded to the Facebook page, and then you can fast forward it to the bits what you really want to watch. Right, have a lovely day, everybody. I must run. I still got samples to make up for the TV show on Wednesday. I'm going to stay up with Sarah tomorrow, so I really need to tidy up my office today and sort loads of bits of pieces out. I need an easy day because we have been working over the weekend, working really hard with Sarah, working at loads of different things, what's to come. I'm not going to say anymore because I'm so excited. I could just sort of blurt everything out. So that's it from me today. Have a lovely day. Sarah's going to be with you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay indoors if it's raining. Do some beading, do some crafting. Pop a picture on our handmade group if you are making anything. We love to see what you're creating. Bye.